Oh shit. Luckily, of course, I think ahead. So, stumbled into a little bit of a problem. So, I didn't know this, and I guess it kind of makes sense. The car will not engage any of the gears without the hood or the boot. I'm not sure which. All it does is flash the gears. And it's just basically stuck in like a neutral. Which is a problem because the guys coming to pick it up today, the paint shop is literally 2 miles down the road. It's not raining. You could just literally baby it all the way there. Of course the battery was flat as well, but I got one of those portable lithium ion booster packs and it worked just like that. I need to get a battery tender, I think, because it's been sat for about a month now. But yeah, this is a problem. I can't do recovery because I don't recover from home. And also I don't want them to recover it because they usually damage it in some way and the car's quite low. So, yeah. You think of everything, or you think you've thought of everything, and then random stuff like this happens. Oh well. M3 life. Anyway, so there you go. Not a good start to the day. I'll figure it out. I am a fucking genius. God. Oh well, it'll do. It'll do. See ya. Bye bye. Okay, so I'm not exactly the best vlogger. That's a bit of an understatement. I'm probably one of the worst vloggers there are on the internet. I'm not particularly pretty. I'm not very charismatic. I don't have rich parents bankrolling me Lambos and Porsches. And I suck at editing. I do everything by myself. So I'm going to have to splice this in with what's happened. Right. The car wouldn't start, but I had an Amazon Prime deal battery booster that worked just like that, as you saw in the video. And it hasn't had any issues since after letting it idle and drive around for about 30 minutes. So that's good. And it was able to be driven away by Ralph, the painter. Let's close that. And he's had no issues since. He's done a wet sand of the paint, having a little dig around to see if there's any primer or anything else nasty kind of bodge jobs that have been done over the past 17 years now. The car's 17 years old. Bloody hell. I mean, there's kids on YouTube making millions that are 17 years old. The car's older than them. But he hasn't found any, so yay! Matt really knew what he was talking about, and it's unfortunate he doesn't have a Instagram account because he's old school like me. So I don't know how to get you in contact with him. So if you shoot me a message, I'll shoot him a message the old school way, and get you his contact details, because I'm not using them anymore for the foreseeable future anyway, because he's done most of the work already. But he is my main go-to guy when it comes to the E46 M3. I mean, he knows everything there is to know about that car, and then he doesn't charge dealer rates. So, you know, if you're in the Stevenage area or you're willing to make the commute, he's definitely worth looking up. But I had him go over the car with a fine-tooth comb before I bought it, and he couldn't really find anything wrong with it. It was just minor, niggly little thing. It just hasn't been well looked after, or a couple of the owners just really didn't care too much about the car, and it just took a couple of grand and a bit of time to get it right again. So anyway, I'm putting this in the video, and the video is about the paint job. So the car went away, as you can see me waving goodbye to it. Ralph, who's a local here in Sussex, he does a lot of accident repairs, and he is well revered for being excellent at making cars look factory. He's done some repairs on some other cars that you just wouldn't be able to tell. So yes, I did take a gamble going to him for a massive job on the M3. But I did it anyway. Why not? And so far, he's done a very good job. He has. I've seen the paint job, and he's prepared to go at it 110%. He's not slacking. He's just been so busy he wasn't able to fit it in because everything was at the last minute. And the reason why it was at the last minute is because everybody else let me down. It's not his fault. It's all these guys in London who claim to be painters, and they book you in, and I like to be organised, and I'm all booked and I'm ready to go, and then at the last minute they'll send a message going, oh, we've been raided by the police. Yeah, I'm not making that last one up. Or we can't do the job, or the price has changed. And I was just getting sick and tired of it, and I was thinking, well, I'm going to be stuck with this Mad Max looking carbon black M3 for the rest of my life, which kind of sucked. But Ralph came in at 11th hour, and yes, he was late, but he's putting us back into it. He's working on it. Literally, as I talk to you right now, he's working on the car. And I do have a feeling he's going to do a great job, and that's good. I'm happy about that. The car deserves to be loved and cared and have a proper job done to it, and I do believe he's going to do it. The paint match is perfect. It's exactly to B&W specification. I've had a little sneak peek of some of the body bits he's done already, and it looks beautiful. It looks stunning. And when the car's done, it's going to look even more stunning. But anyway, so he drove off in the car, and in the next video I'm going to be showing you what he's doing to it. So I'm going to be going hands-on, if you will. He's going to start sanding it down, getting to nitty-gritty, finding all the little defects. There aren't really that many. He's going to attempt to repair the front bumper. I've got to go get some more corner splitters, which are expensive unfortunately, but there's no way around that. So that's going to happen. And then that's it. The car should be done. He's going to do a very good job on lacquering it. He's going to make it shine like a diamond, as Rihanna said. It's going to be very shiny, very stunning to look at, and I've got to be very careful and park it in places, preferably not on the street. Now, a lot of you are asking, what are my intentions for the car? And they kind of have changed, and they kind of haven't. M3 is my personal favourite car of all time, next to an old school 911 Turbo. I can't afford, well, I could afford a 911 Turbo. I might consider getting a new 911T, but at the moment my personal life is terrible. I'll be honest with you, it's horrible, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I'm in limbo at the moment. Every day is touch and go. And until all this is over, it's really difficult for me to plan. But I do try, and though I may not be able to get it to America and SEMA this year, I do hope I can. If not, it'll be the year after. I mean, look, the car's not going anywhere. I'm not getting rid of it. It's my life car. I'm not going to supercharge it, I'm not going to turbo it, that's up for the other people. There's so many caveats that come with that, it is not worth doing. I've known 2 people that have done it, one personally, and it was his biggest regret. He would never do it again, and that is with a proper kit as well, with proper installation, with the proper support. It just turned the car from what could be used as a daily driver into something that was a nightmare. So I'm not doing that. It's going to be NA. I think I'm going to go carbon airbox. I think. But there's so many out there, and they are crazy, crazy money. Now I may go through one of the sponsors if they have a decent one. I don't know. I don't look for free handouts. I don't like to whore myself out. I'm not like some of the other YouTubers who will say that understeer is a great thing when they've been given a free Mini. That's not how I roll. If there's a company out there that does a decent carbon airbox, I'm all ears. Shoot me an email. You know you can get hold of me. I'm more than happy to test it out. I'm reluctant to put it on the dyno because Matt Roden's M3, the guy who looks after me, his car blew up on a dyno, and his car was perfect. And I just have it at the back of my head thinking, you know, is that dyno cursed? Like M3's just undynoable? I don't know. I don't want my baby to blow up after all that money I've put into it. And and that's another thing, a money episode. There will be a money episode. I'm a very transparent person. I will tell you how much everything costs. Now you're going to see that there are sponsors. Yes, there are, but it's not all free of charge. I still have to pay for the stuff. I get maybe a little discount, but I still pay for it out of my own money, which is difficult at the moment considering everything that's going on. But I do, and I will do a full breakdown of what it costs. But I can tell you right now, off the top of my head, you're easily looking at $6.5 grand for the base car, probably into about, which is a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not, because there's people out there asking 20k for doggy CS models, and I'd much rather buy a car that I know that hasn't had the work done or some work done, and do it myself. It's peace of mind, and I get to do it to my taste, my colour, my seats, my interior. It's mine. I know it's been done. I don't have to worry. So that's my logic behind it. Hey, some people will disagree. That's fine. We're all different. We have different ways of thinking, right? Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm overwhelmed by the comments and the support I get from you guys, especially during this difficult time, as you would have seen on a previous video. It is wearing hard on me. You can probably notice I've lost a fair chunk of weight, par for the course, unfortunately, when it comes to these things. But the show must go on. The M3 will be done. It will be done in time for summer, and I hope that I'll be in the mood or be able to enjoy it when the time comes, when it's ready. But anyway, please carry on liking and subscribing. Drop me an email. If I miss one, forgive me at the moment because of everything that's going on. You may send me an email during a funny day where I just can't email. I emotionally just not able to. Now not a lot of people say that, you know, they keep the facade on, they keep the bullshit going. I'm not a bullshit, I'm a genuine guy. Everything is transparent with me. So yes, I'm having a very hard time at the moment, but I'm trying to stay positive, and I'm trying to keep myself distracted with the M3. But every now and then I will go dark, like I have recently. But hopefully this video will tide you over. Well, there she is, ladies and gentlemen. She's being worked on as promised. Yeah, just do it this way. So she's being worked on, and I'm going back in the 35D. It's really good to see progress being made. It's only been 2 days. I reckon at this rate, if there's no drama, probably looking at 2 weeks, I think. Where are we now? Yeah, it'd be middle of February, which is great. So everyone, if you're watching, Gosling Racing, Recaro, it's everything's on track, and you know, the car runs beautifully anyway, despite the flat battery. The first job, it will be Gosling Racing, where we get the roll cage put in and painted in the correct colour, hopefully. And then it will be Recaro in Leicester, and that's a big job. That's a very big job, and that's going to be perhaps best case a day, but probably 2 days. 2-day job, so I'm going to have to find a nice Airbnb in Leicester near the Recaro place, and that'll be good fun to film. After that, it's just minor little things, but I don't want to go into too much depth, too much too soon, as the Waterboys once sang, The Whole of the Moon. Right, I'm off home. See you later.